Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, if you've watched this channel for any length of time, you know that I do not really do calls to action. Not my thing, Provide information. If you want to act on it, good. But it's very rare that I ask y'all to do anything. When I do, it's because I am fairly certain that my take is correct. And I truly believe that whatever the action is that I'm asking for is going to have some kind of tangible positive effect. I like to pick battles that are big enough to matter, but small enough to win, you know. I made a call to action about 5 months ago, and a lot of you, helped. It was asking for an investigation at Fort Hood. A lot of you responded, and a whole lot of other people did. There was a lot of public pressure to get this done. It was, for me, it was in regards to the case of Vanessa Guillen. There were other incidents at Fort Hood around the same time that prompted other people to act as well. That investigation happened. Enough people reached out and put pressure on DOD and Senate Armed Services. The investigation occurred. There was an independent review. We now have the findings. The takeaway is yes, command failed. Period. Full stop. Command failed. They made 70 recommendations to make sure this sort of thing does not happen again. Some of it is preventative. Some of it is restructuring the cops there on Fort Hood. Some of it is making sure that things that should have already been happening actually start to happen, as well as providing guidance to lower ranked soldiers on how to actually report somebody missing rather than just reporting them AWOL. The key finding was that command knew or should have known of high risk to female soldiers and did nothing to mitigate. They surveyed about 30,000 troops at Hood. And to be clear, there's only, I want to say like 36,000, 37,000 there. So they surveyed pretty much everybody. They conducted a whole bunch of interviews, 500 of which were with women soldiers. Out of those 500, 93 made credible allegations, but only half had been reported out of fear of retaliation. That's the climate. Okay, so the review happened. Now what? 14 people in command, in leadership positions, were either relieved of command or suspended. Now, the obvious follow-up question is this the Army pushing a bunch of junior officers out the door as part of a PR move? The answer to that is no. One of those who was relieved is a major general. One was a colonel. One was a command sergeant major. There is another major general and another command sergeant major who were suspended, pending the outcome of a separate probe. At the very least, they are attempting to make it better. They're attempting to change the climate here. Something that is worth noting is that this is the independent review. This is the civilian review. A major general was relieved based on an independent review. The military still has its own investigation going on, their own probes. I would not be surprised if, let's say, more formal disciplinary actions occurred once that investigation is complete. So, at the end of the day, did this bring justice for Vanessa Guillen or the other soldiers? No, absolutely not. But hopefully it will create a climate at Hood that means we don't have to call for justice again for other soldiers in the future. I'll put the link down below to the original video if you're not familiar with the case and what happened. And other than that, I do want to point out that Friday we're going to be having a live stream fundraiser. And I'll tell you all about it then. So definitely tune in. It'll be afternoon, evening, sometime in there, Central Time. So if you took part in this, if you reached out, it was just a phone call on your part, or reaching out over Twitter or email or however you did it, your action combined with a whole bunch of other people's actions made this happen. Without enough pressure, this wouldn't have occurred, or the findings would have been kind of swept under the rug. You did this. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.